This video is intended to show you how to use Repl.it, which is what I'll be using in this class to give you some sample problems that you can use to practice the concepts that we are going over in any particular chapter. So Repl.it is the website, Repl.it, and I'm going to click login. Obviously you sign up, or if you're already logging in, you've already signed up, go ahead and log in, which is going to bring you to this home page sort of thing. You can play around in that as you want. Quick start guide will give you some more information, but I'll also demonstrate with this video. At the menu here, you can see that there's options, one of which is teacher. Well, you can create your own classroom for other students if you want, but in this case, you're a student, and so clicking on student will bring you to whatever courses you've already, or classrooms you've already enrolled in, or this one if you've already enrolled in this one, but we haven't yet in this video. So by putting in the link that I gave you in the assignment, that will get you enrolled in this classroom. Obviously this is a one-time thing that you have to do. And once you're enrolled, you click on the classroom, and then there'll be assignments that you can work through. Again, that will hopefully help you with some of the concepts we've been working on, give you some examples. Let's just walk through one and see how it works. So I'm going to try this Hello World example, and it's going to bring up the assignment. And on the left hand side here, this is a live code editor, so you can write in code, and then when you run it, it's going to show up in the compiler down here. So this is a complete build that you're getting as a starting example. It's printing out Hello World. Your directions are on the right hand side, and the directions say to rewrite line 5 so that it outputs Hello World with an exclamation point. So maybe I'm just going to demonstrate, maybe I misspelled world. I didn't leave, I left off the exclamation point. It compiled and it ran, so I seem to be happy. I'm going to go ahead and submit it. Obviously it's not correct yet. The test is going to run to see if your output matches what it's supposed to. In this case, it does not, so I'm going to click on what's wrong and see if I can get some feedback. So this is what the teacher expected to see, and this is what your output is, and it does its best to try and highlight. If it's in red, it's saying this part doesn't look right. So at this point, perhaps I will submit anyway. And what that'll do is, if I submit anyway, it'll send a note to me to give you some feedback. So that'll give me a prompt to look at your code and see if I can offer you some suggestions. In which case, let's see, I'll just say submit anyway, and it disappears and it says submitted. So I'm going to put this on pause for a moment. I'll be right back. Okay, that was quick, right? Well, it really wasn't, but you know, magic of television. Anyway, I, as the teacher, received that message that this code was submitted without completion, and so I put some feedback on it. So let's see that. So this is what's showing up in the student's console now, sent back. So it looks like I've got some feedback. So as the student, you can click on the assignment again, and you're going to see my feedback here. So I looked at it and I tried to give you some information as to what I saw. So this will give you the ability to look at the string inside the quote. I think you misspelled world, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So then as a student, you go, oh, right. Okay. So I'm going to spell world correctly and put in my explanation point. And then run it to make sure everything is compiling. Yes. So then you can submit it again. And when you submit things and it works well, it matches the test case. Then hello world, obviously it's all green. And then you can hit submit and you're all done. It says submitted. And if you go back to your, oh, sorry, I forgot about this step. You've completed this assignment. See model solution. So at this point, you can click on this link and it'll give you the solution is written by your teacher. If you want to go back to your submission, click on back to submission link on top left. Okay, I can do that. And so this gives you some feedback as to how I might have written the solution. And so you can see up here it says model solution, and it's covered by these little dudes. I don't know if your screen is, but it is on mine. But anyway, the point remains that there at this point you will also see code that I have written that might give you some additional feedback. Maybe you didn't do it quite the same, and this is a different way of doing it. Hello World is pretty straightforward. There's really only one way to do it. But that's how you can look to see how I might have done it differently for your own edification. So hopefully this tool is something that'll help give you extra practice. Online editors sometimes can be frustrating when you're trying to match someone else's code, but remember, this is designed to help you practice. If you need any help, you know what to do because we just did it in this video. All right, hope this helps.